Hi everyone, welcome to A Beer with Brad episode 60. Tonight I'm going to talk about some of my goals for 2026 and let you know on what I've been up to the last few weeks. But first, let's talk about the beer. Tonight I'm having a 2337 from Confluence Brewing Company over in Des Moines. This is actually their 2337th batch of beer. And one of my favorite things about Confluence Brewing Company is with their IPAs, they're always mixing and matching different hops. So every time I find one of the beers, it seems like it's always a different mixture of hops. So they're all very good. Haven't really come across any where I didn't think it was a good IPA, but this one, like the rest, is a very good, drinkable, hazy IPA. I was just over in Des Moines a couple weeks ago with every intention of getting to Confluence Brewing Company, but time didn't allow for it. So one of these days I will get there. Des Moines is super close to Omaha, so I'm sure I will be over there fairly soon. This one I actually picked up this past weekend in Ames, Iowa. So you can usually find them at the grocery store at Hy-Vee Grocery Store in Council Bluffs, Iowa. So if you're here in Omaha, just a quick hop over the river. But 2337 from Confluence Brewing Company. So if you're wondering why I've been over in Ames and Des Moines and a few other places, it's because my son is on a travel hockey team, and 3 of the past 4 weekends we've been on the road to out-of-town tournaments. So the first weekend was Des Moines. We did get to Barntown Brewing. I've been to Barntown before. It's a great brewery up on the northwest side of Ames, or basically on the west side. I don't even know if I call it north. Right off Interstate 80 when you're coming in from Omaha. Barntown's great. Can't beat it. I had big plans of getting to Confluence. We didn't get there. Then we had a weekend off, and then the next trip was to Minneapolis. Same weekend, some events you probably saw in the news happened. And so that was kind of interesting because you had people back here asking, what's going on? Is it okay to be there? And if you were in Minneapolis, you would have not known anything if you didn't turn on the news. So huge city. That was like one little thing going on one pocket. But anyways, hockey tournaments, hockey games, we played all over town. They went off without a problem. And actually made it to a new brewery that I had not been to in Edina or Eden Prairie called Fat Pants Brewing Company. Another great brewery. They had a couple of good beers that I had. We also ate dinner there. They had a good food menu, so enjoyed that. And then following that, this weekend we were in Ames, Iowa, and went to a new brewery there, and I am sitting here telling you about it, and it's only a brewery in Ames. It's in downtown Ames. There is a second one just outside town, but in downtown Ames there's one brewery, and I'll think of it in a minute, but went there. They also had a couple good West Coast IPA and then a regular American IPA, I believe, were the two I had. Both really good. So been busy, not a lot of time for photography, but the kids come first, and going on these road trips have been a lot of fun and a great family event. So one of the things I forgot to show you last month was for Christmas, I got this new awesome coffee mug, and it is meant to look like a roll of Kodak T-Max 400 black and white film. You can kind of see the resemblance there with the silver and the barcode, and then you flip it around and it says Kodak. This isn't T-Max, but coffee cup is. And the cool thing about the T-Max coffee mug was back when I was in high school, the black and white film I used was T-Max 400. So here's some negatives from pictures I took in high school using T-Max 400. Here's a print. That's probably one of the first good pictures I ever took. Just had some really nice spotlighting on that beaver chopped down a tree. I think I've showed this picture before, but took this in the fall of 1995 on T-Max 400, and now I have a T-Max 400 coffee mug to go with it. So cool present there. If you're into film photography, you could probably Google it, but the website that this came from had all kinds of everything from Portrait 100, Velvia 50, Ilford, all the films. So if you're looking for something like that, a unique gift or whatnot, it's cool to check it out. One other thing that just arrived was I got some new greeting cards, blank on the inside, one of my Skyline photos on the front, and then my Brad Williams Photography logo on the back. I don't have these for sale. For a while I had, these are some of the old small cards. This one fits in an actual business size envelope, and it's cool because it lets you do a panoramic photo on the front. Where this one kind of cropped down to fit the size of the card. I used to sell these at art fairs, and when I was in the co-op in the old market, I sold some down there. Not a lot of interest in them, but if you are interested in something like this, let me know, and I can get something printed. Maybe not have a huge obnoxious Brad Williams Photography logo on the back, but still a cool picture on the front. Send me an email, brad@bradwilliamsphotography.com. We can talk about those. So now we got all the odds and ends out of the way. Let's talk about my goals for 2026. So last year my main goal was to don't pass up a photo, take it when you see it. And I was pretty bad for quite a while, and if I drive by something and be like, oh, that's an awesome picture, I should get a picture of it, and then think, okay, I'll get it next time I come by or next time I'm out shooting or whatever. And 99.9% of the time I would never get back to what I saw, or the light, the scene, the conditions would be completely different. So my goal last year in 2025 was to do the photo take the photo as soon as I see it. And I'm going to keep that goal for this year. I did better at it in 2025, but I know I can do even better in 2026. And my new goal for 2026 is kind of like in addition to not pass by the photos, take it when I see them, is to not be lazy and not be a fair weather photographer. I feel like in 2025 I missed a lot of shots or a lot of opportunities just because I didn't think the weather was perfect, or the conditions were perfect, or the scene was perfect. And then looking back at some of the things I passed up, like I really could have got some good photos last year, and I complained a lot that I didn't have the time to go out and take photos and get the pictures I want to take, and not have enough time in the field. But thinking about it afterwards is like I did squander a lot of time, a lot of opportunity, especially like in the evening, get the kids to bed. I could go out, like there was a storm rolling into town, take some pictures of a storm rolling and I never did that once. And this winter there's been some amazing opportunities, and I've just kind of said, oh, it's cold, I don't want to go out there when it's cold. Well, I have all the snow gear, I have everything to go out and be comfortable in the cold for an hour or two, and I just haven't done it. And winter is, when it comes to a lot of sunrises and sunsets, there's a ton of time in the winter. I mean, there's a ton of opportunity in the winter, and I think this year I've passed up all those opportunities. I've passed up all the fog opportunities. And so I just gotta stop being lazy and stop making excuses for not going out. Like this one right here is a perfect example. This was I think right before the new year. It was, I believe, one of the last photos I took of 2025, except for the fireworks. And this day was really cold, but you know what? I got out and took the picture, and it was probably one of the best pictures I took last year. So, and here it is on a card now. So I need to stop doing that. I need to stop being lazy. I need to stop making excuses, and I just need to get out there. I need to work on being a better morning person too. And that's not really an excuse. I just hit snooze. So a couple other things I want to do this year is I really need to go back. I have a lot of cool photos that I took 10, 12 years ago, and they're just not, the processing on them that I did back then is just not very good. Or every time I go back and find old photos, so like if I'm looking for one thing, I see all these pictures I took that I kind of not necessarily forgotten about, but haven't looked at in a long time, and I look at them and I'm like, there's actually something good there that I could do something with. So when it is a true rain day or cold day, I need to get back and work on those photos and go through some of my old stuff, because it's not doing any good sitting on a hard drive where no one can see it. I need to get it on my website or out on social media. Speaking of social media, uh, I really liked the way last year's photo stream turned out on the Brad's Photo Adventures. Right up on my website, the top third tab over says Brad's Photo Adventures. Actually, the tab says Photo Adventures. You click on it, it says Brad's Photo Adventures. Definitely going to get one of those going here in 2026. I do have a couple new pictures I took last year that I'm going to start it out with. So, actually, the first post is going to be 20 years ago in January is when I bought my first digital camera. So that'll be the first post. Then I'm going to throw these pictures up here that I took on the 27th of January, and then just keep going from there. Social media is just a mess right now, and it's just so nice looking through a clean photo stream of, like just like scrolling through Instagram or Twitter without all the ads, with actual pictures you can click on and make them big. I'm really happy with what I created there. So gonna keep that going for this year. And one more thing that I want to do this year that was a goal for last year is one of those cameras sitting on the shelf behind you there that you can't see. My grandfather's and family friends' old cameras. One of them I am going to take out and shoot this year. Not with this roll film, because this has been sitting around here for 25 years now, maybe longer. So it's long since expired. But I'm going to get some fresh film, and I'm going to haven't decided quite which one yet, but I'm going to get one of those cameras or two of them out and just go back and remember how to shoot film from 1995 through about 1998. So that was kind of a short time frame thinking about it. Back then it seemed like I did film for a long time, but now that I've been shooting digital photos since 2005, 20 years, or 2006, that seems like nothing. So, and it would be cool to say that I've used some of my grandfather. It's a couple different grandparents' old cameras. So, looking forward to that. But that's all I have for now. Next month is the 5-year anniversary for Beer with Brad, which is crazy to think of. I just said that I shot 4 years of film, 3 or 4 years of film, and here I've already done Beer with Brad for 5 years. Kind of started out as a little experiment. Here it is 5 years later. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I've had a couple thoughts run through my mind, but nothing serious. Nothing that I've actually wrote down on paper yet. So I'm going to keep working on it. February is a short month, so I have less time than normal to work on it. But at least this month there's not a lot of hockey road trips to take my weekend time away. So I will definitely have some time to work on photography for the next few weeks. But as we wrap up the end of year 4 here, or it's start of year 5, whatever, it's late. I appreciate everyone tuning in all these years. It's been, like I said, this has been a fun project that I've been doing. I've been able to do it every single month. I haven't missed a month. Had to do one out in the backyard one time when the basement flooded, but overall it's just been a fun thing to do, and the ideas just keep rolling in. Sometimes they're last minute, but they keep rolling in, and as long as I'm having fun and I have stuff to tell you, I'm going to keep doing them. So appreciate everyone that has tuned in and supported this over the years, and we'll see you again next month.